Hello, I am Mark Visarin, and welcome to my study. And today, we are, surprisingly, back one game to I'm on observation duty number 6. Now, first of all, I have new headphones, and it sounds kind of weird to be, they're like extra noise canceling, and it sounds kind of weird to be talking and hearing myself mostly through my own head. My other headphones were not very sound canceling. Anyways, I'm hoping to get some hard difficulty done. We're going to start with train, probably normal, to get back into the swing of the 6th game, and then try hard on it, because train wasn't that bad, as far as I remember. It was one of the ones that I liked more in this one here. Hotel was pretty tough, as far as I remember. Hospital wasn't bad. University really sucked. That was difficult. Summer cottage wasn't bad, and pool was pretty difficult. Not as much as hotel or university, but still pretty tough. So, but train shouldn't be an issue, and we'll, as I said, get back into it on normal, then try hard to just, because we want to be able to remember the normal difficulty anomalies before jumping into the hard ones, because those are inevitably going to be a lot harder, as the name would suggest. So, let's just get into that and start looking. Oh yes, loading screens. I forgot that those existed because the 7th game just refused to have them. I don't know why. Oh, and of course the cat wants in. I should probably just have the door open. Because she's going to be wanting in and out. Because of course she's... Okay. Well, we know how to play. We know what's going on. So on normal... Oh. There's no thing at the top. Oh, there we go. It's just delayed, unlike in the 7th game, where it kind of pops up immediately. So yeah, I mostly remember what we're looking for here. It's been a while. Okay, so fire extinguisher has no labels on it. I forgot that. Was that an anomaly last time? That it had labels? I don't know. But either way, we're back into it. But having extra noise canceling headphones are going to make it so that it's going to be even more silent in here. Because now I can't even hear anything in the real world. Only the dead silence of the train car here. But yeah, most of this stuff I'm pretty familiar with. It hasn't been that long since we played on here. But really we'll have to wait until things actually start happening before we say that conclusively. Because maybe I feel like I know this place pretty well, but maybe I do not. Oh, and especially on hard mode, we can't have any false reports, so we have to be very sure that we've memorized this whole area. Is that supposed to be on the plate? I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be upside down here. No? Interesting. I didn't even notice that. But I guess that's normal, and this one's normal. Sandwich I think is normal, because this isn't where the 2 stack of sandwiches are supposed to be. World Smile Day is still there. Good. There's a soap. Hi. Welcome. Everything else here should be fine. Yeah, I don't think we saw that anomaly last time we played this. I think there'll still be quite a few that we aren't exactly familiar with. Because yeah, I did only play this level a few times until we beat it, and then I left it alone after that. So of course we didn't play it nearly enough to have seen every anomaly that can happen here. What does this say? Ready to purchase? probably. I hope that doesn't change because those words are kind of hard to read as is. There's a cup here. Can't forget the cup. That's directly below that. I think that's how that's supposed to be. Once again, bothers me that they just put the sandwiches right on the table. Like, why would you do that? Why would anyone do that? But hopefully normal mode goes pretty swimmingly, because if not, then I'll be a bit concerned as to if we can handle hard mode or not. But everything seems fine. We've only had one anomaly so far that we've caught. Is this bag the same? I think it is. But who can tell, really? But, you know, it's kind of nice, once again, that we don't have to choose an anomaly type. Makes life a bit easier for us. Ah, that's not normal. There's a hard mode for this game? Yes. Yeah, every level has its own hard mode in this one. Just like in 7, I believe. But welcome, slowly waking up. Good to see ya. Man, that hour striking sounds a lot louder with these headphones. Is that different? Is there supposed to be one of those little overflow holes in the sink there? I suppose so. Alright. I'm doing well enough. Though I'm not sure if I'm catching all the anomalies. I probably am. It's just early enough in the night that the game isn't throwing many anomalies at us yet. Oh, there's not supposed to be 4 of these. Only 3. That's obviously an issue. Can't be doing that. Though we're definitely seeing some new ones. I don't recognize the hanger moving. Hmm. Everything seems fine. Hopefully I'll be able to remember all this once we go to hard mode, because we can't be having any false reports at that time. Yeah, good thing there are no plants, for sure. The plants definitely make life a little harder. I mean, there's the one plant. There's one plant right there. But yeah, other than that, doesn't appear to be any others. Oh, and I also need to keep track of how many. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As always, 6 cars. So we need to keep track of that in case they try to pull a fast one on us. Oh yeah, and there's plants here too. But all the plants here are easy to keep track of. There's not too many of them. And then, yeah, back to here. Oh, lights? Light anomaly? I mean, that looks like light. No, it's not. Let's just circle it. Whatever that is, fix it. Thank you. So that's going to be kind of an issue, is if there are things that look like light anomalies in the hard mode, then it might be hard to not get false reports when it comes to that. But I guess when in doubt, we'll just try to circle it. Because I do think it'll stop you from trying to circle it if it's something you have to individually... Okay, individually report. So that should be probably our approach with those. This changed. Almost 2 o'clock already. World Smile Day, yes. I wonder, is that an actual day or is that just something they made up? And additionally, how do you even celebrate that day? I don't even know. But that one has an interesting anomaly with it, that poster. Because, yeah, this can turn into, like, no smile day or something. Something they made up. I would hope so. Because, yeah, as I said, how the heck do you celebrate that? Like, if you smile at all during that day, does that count as you celebrating it? What about the people that don't recognize that holiday? Then you're, like, forcing it that anytime they smile, they're now celebrating that holiday. And that's just not right. We got Pandora's box or whatever here. If you need to make someone smile, that sounds... It sounds almost threatening. I mean, it could have completely normal connotations, but at the same time, just the wording of make someone smile, just like you better smile. It's Smile Day, you gotta do it. Was this thing always here? I don't even know what that is. It's probably supposed to be there. Smile Day enforced by Sniper. That sounds kind of terrifying. Ah, distortion. Denying car. Expand, indeed. Game We Happy Few. I have only ever seen, I think, like early footage of that game. Did it ever get fully released? This changed. If only that game was good. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I heard a lot about it back when it was first becoming a thing, and a lot of people made videos on it, and then it kind of just disappeared. It was released, but the procedural generation just didn't know favors. Ah, unfortunate. Because, yeah, I do remember a lot of hype around it at one point. And, of course, it did have a pretty cool concept. I wonder if I'm missing anything. Because when I came into this rather confident, because, it's this run is only normal train difficulty, and I've beaten that before. But overconfidence can sometimes get you killed. Just watching the synopsis instead of playing the game, that makes sense. Because, yeah, some games, I mean, they can have a really good storyline, but, the gameplay can kind of be a bit disappointing. Or they just don't even cover the story all that much. Is there supposed to be. What? Is that like freaking Saul Goodman in the. In the picture there? I don't even know who that is. Is that normal? It's supposed okay, apparently it's supposed to be a face on the coffee dispense. Is this even a coffee? What is this? I am not used to. I'm not very familiar with like cafe type stuff. Oh, the door's open. But I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to have a face on whatever that is. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I love that line. And actually, when I was playing Hardcore WoW just a while back, I was playing a hunter, and I actually listened to that quote on repeat for a very long time because it's true, pretty much. The only reason people die as a hunter in Hardcore WoW is because they have overconfidence. So I had to really remind myself of that fact. And are there too many cups? I don't think so. I think when there are too many cups, they go like all the way up to the top. So I think that's normal. I mean, it's on normal for right now, so I might as well check it. Why not? Yeah, no, that's the normal amount. Oh, this door's open. What game was it? Quote lives rent free in Darkest Dungeon. Yes, I somehow forgot that name for a while, but maybe I should stream that at some point because that's a good game. I've never actually, I've never actually beaten it. If is there an ending to it? I don't know. I've never gotten super far because I kind of suck at the game, if I'm being honest. Are these handles normal? Those look a bit big, but they're kind of big uniformly, so I don't know. Yeah, it's apparently normal. And yeah, the Coke bottle in the passenger car, I always keep an eye on that. The issue with that one, yeah, it actually just happened, is that it doesn't disappear fully in any anomalies. I think it just moves. There is an ending to Darkest Dungeons. I've never seen anyone get to that ending. I kind of assumed it was infinite because I'd never gotten that far. What would be your favorite character class in Darkest Dungeons? Because personally, I think it would be the leper. Because he just it's very luck based, but if he hits hard, he hits very, very hard. And I like that. I like just being able to randomly almost one shot an enemy. Grave robber, huh? I don't think I've used the grave robber all that much. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to try them out a bit more. Because, yeah, usually my go to selection would be the Vestal for healing, the Jester for stress healing, and then the Leper for tanking and damage, and the Highwayman for DPS. But I think I'm usually missing like utility in that kind of setup. Ah, that ain't right. Once again, how does it show imminent collision if we're not moving? Like, how does that work? Alright, we fixed the... Now, did they just fix that the screen saying imminent collision, or did they actually fix the collision itself? That's what I'm wondering. Well, so far all the anomalies we've seen have been very obvious. Except for you. I swear you're still an anomaly. I don't know why it doesn't say that you are. But I have my eye on you. Jester, Highwayman, Grave Robber, Grave... Two Grave Robbers! Does the teddy bear have eyes? That's a good question. Maximum dodge tank. Oh boy. That... And I'm assuming the Jester is in the back. I don't know why. I assumed that Jester would be in the front by the way that you explained it. Oh, and you're right. The teddy bear does not have eyes. I think that's supposed to. Oh, he's not supposed to, apparently. Okay. Eyeless teddy bear. That's terrifying. I never really paid attention to that, I guess. Two grave robbers in front. That makes sense. But also, do you have any... I mean, I know you said dodged tank, but with that setup, do you have any actual healing? Because you don't have, like, any holy type characters in it. I don't know if the grave robbers have self-healing or not, but I see that you have stress healing with the jester. You know, that's very important. There's no mid-battle healing. Interesting. So you kind of just go in with what you have, and you either win or lose, and then after the fight you heal up. It's an interesting way to go about it. I like to try to have the most longevity that I can have, so my group is fully prepared to go again after they've gotten back. I guess health doesn't really count into that whole equation, but stress definitely does, so I usually have a jester in each group. Does anyone else feel like we're missing a lot of anomalies right now? Because it's like late in the day. Hi. How's it going? Yeah, you might want to get that seen by someone. It's for the speed boost? Really? Employee only sign? Yeah, the employee only sign is always there. That's normal. But yeah, turning your head around 360 degrees is not normal. There's a cup missing here. I don't know how long that's been missing, but there's supposed to be a teacup there. Don't need healing if you don't get hit. That is a good point. Though, that is very luck based, but I suppose I do like the luck things. Is there anything on this table? I don't think so. Yeah, there it is. Don't smile day. Now that's my kind of day. I never smile, you know, it's not how I do things. And do these grave robbers do very good damage? Because I like hard hitting classes. Ah, this anomaly again. Felicitations, Malfactor. Yeah, that's always normal. That's great. Oh, light in. Ugh. Does amazing damage up there with Highwayman. Huh. That's pretty impressive. Now, Highwayman does some really good damage sometimes. It depends on the items they have and very much the luck that they have. But sometimes, if their harder hitting abilities actually land, they can do a ton of damage. But usually, knowing my luck, it never lands. I'm just like, all right, use the AoE attack. It just misses across the board. But when that hits, it's pretty good. Pick to the face and knife throw do really good physical. I would assume so. Pick to the face sounds like something that would do some damage. Maybe that's just me. Is that the actual name of the ability, or is that just because if that's the actual name, it's pretty great. Name of the ability. Jeez. I mean, it's very straight to the point, which is good. You can't really mistake what that's about. Creepy music. Delightful. There's the too many cups. It is kind of interesting that a lot of games and media's take on a grave robber has them using like a shovel. But it'd make a lot of sense if they used a pickaxe. Because, you could just go Crusader, 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 Crusader. That I've also tried. Or like 4 Vestials. Or 2 Crusaders, 2 Vestials. For maximum healing. Because yeah, the holy classes have always been, I've been quite partial to them myself. Are these bags different? I don't know, they look bigger to me. No, they're normal. Maybe I just never looked at them very closely. Ah, uh, you? I forgot that I, you know, couldn't report intruder in the drop-down menu. Deus Volt indeed. This party's 2 lepers in the back and 2 arbalists in the front. Okay, I'm not too familiar with the arbalists, but what can the lepers do from the back? Because I don't think they can do very much. But maybe that's the point. Nothing. Yeah. You have the 2 that can do nothing from the back, in the back, and the 2 that can do nothing from the front, in the front. Are those supposed to just have 1 word on them? Maybe. You're gonna double check. Yeah, so that's what that's supposed to say. Is there a light anomaly in here? The light in here looks weird. You've moved. You're supposed to be over here, I think. Steam flash smoke in driver's car. Bag is missing there. Not much has happened in this room, which is surprising. Because there's a few anomalies that can happen in here. Unless that's different. I don't know if it is. It's kind of a background thing over there. So, yeah, that's normal. The lighting here is normal, apparently. You've changed. So yeah, evidently I still remember the train level pretty well, which is good news. But once it's on hard, we're gonna have all different anomalies. Well, not all different anomalies, but a lot of the anomalies will be a lot smaller and a lot harder to see. And we're not gonna be able to just report things willy-nilly. So we gotta remember that the bear is supposed to have no eyes, because it's creepy. And I don't know why you would have that bear with no eyes. But you know, we're not here to judge. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Crusaders. I usually have a tough time choosing between the Leper and the Crusader as the front line. Oh, that ain't right. I made it! I wonder if it counted that last anomaly I fixed. I hope it did. Okay. Quit, I guess? Does this take me to the menu? Yeah. Okay. So, first things first, before we jump into hard mode on this, now that we've, you know, sufficiently warmed up on the level, I wanted to show something real quick. Because I had some time. I do wonder if the chat on this live chat works. I haven't been in the chatting room in a while. But anyways, last stream I was working on something. So you remember the whole group thing from last time, if you were here. I assume you were. I ended up taking some time directly after that stream because I felt that it would be a bit meme worthy. And I got to work. Oh yeah, the chat does work. Nice. I got to work putting together this meme right here. It's so good. That's a good meme. But yes, I threw this together because that's you guys being like, oh, look, it's Groot, and there's Groot. It has a circle around him so you can't miss him. So yeah, that's my meme. Threw it together in like 20 minutes. It's pretty great. I also put it on. I like shared it on my Discord because I have a Discord channel for the stream. So if you want to join that, you can see that meme whenever you want. But aside from that, definitely would have missed it without the red circle and arrows. Of course. Of course. I mean, I couldn't see him at first, so you have to put the circle there, or else people like me wouldn't be able to see him. So yes, that's pretty good stuff. So we're gonna get into this, into the hard difficulty, and all will be good. Just wanted to show off that meme because not all you guys are in the Discord to be able to see it there. But yeesh, hard difficulty is gonna be a thing. Alright. But we just gone through memorizing everything in here, so we should be alright. And I think we still get 15 minutes of leeway. But even so, we're gonna keep looking, just in case they change something already. Yeah, everything looks the same, which is good. I'm glad they don't actually change, like, the baseline form of the level when you go to hard mode. But I'm kind of nervous because I tried Summer Cottage in this game on hard. I never tried the train on hard. I just did normal on this one. So if we end up completely getting obliterated here, it would make a lot of sense actually. Because there's probably a lot of little details in here that I'm not even paying attention to. Although I kind of feel like the the seventh game is probably about as difficult baseline as hard mode is in this game. So maybe it'll be fine. Because, yeah, earlier the train was no issue on normal. We never even got the warning, I don't think. Okay, but we're at the time. Anomalies should start appearing. That's an anomaly. Rot there. Hmm. But I can't. Yeah, this is the bag that has the logo on it, not the other one. I can't throw out BS reports because I was thinking this bag didn't have the little circle on it, but it was the other bag that I was thinking of. So it's a good thing I double checked, or else I would have tried to report that. And then we would all die, and that wouldn't be good. Although I think all that bad reports does is, well, I think it also sometimes like makes it so your cameras have to reset, but mostly it just increases the rate at which anomalies appear. And so I wonder if you're good enough at the game and you do a ton of false reports, could you actually get it to the point that you've already reported every possible anomaly that can happen in the game? And because you've just increased the rate of anomalies by so much? Because that would be interesting. And you could just spend like the last hour of the game doing nothing because all the anomalies have already been reported and can't repeat. Or I don't know, maybe it's set up that if you actually, oh, there's Don't Smile Day. If you actually manage to report every single anomaly in the game, maybe it actually resets all the anomalies and lets you do them again. I don't know. I'm not sure if they actually have a system for that. I've certainly never ran into such a thing. Oh, you didn't hear anything? Yeah, I posted the meme on my Discord channel that you can join if you want. It's I think the link to it is in the link tree link that's on my channel thing. So you should be able to find it pretty easily. If it's still active, it should be. I haven't tested it in a while, but if it's broken, just let me know. I'll fix it. Try the wall tactic. What's the wall tactic? Oh, like in Darkest Dungeon? Vestal Man at Arms Crusader. That is a lot of tankiness. Except for the Vestral, they're not very tanky. But they have healing, so. And actually, isn't there like a melee Vestral build? I think there is. Light Anomaly and I was gonna jokingly say that the WC stood for Wakanda, but I think that would be WK. I think Wakanda is spelled with a K, not a C. Crystal sits in the back line healing the tanks. And they have pretty good healing, especially if you give them some good items for it. So far, we haven't seen any small anomalies, but I suppose that's kind of in the name. We wouldn't see the small anomalies because they're small. So hopefully that's not, we're not missing a bunch of them. Like, is this mirror not supposed to go up to the ceiling? Is it supposed to be that small? I don't remember. That was never something that could change. But on hard, you never know. Anything can change on hard. Kind of ends up making you a bit paranoid, doesn't it? Which is no good. But I'm gonna choose to believe that me seeing nothing is actually because there's nothing happening, and not because I'm missing a bunch of anomalies. The door handle? Door handle and what? This door handle? Is that not normal? I don't know where else there's door handles except for here. In the dining car? Really? Dining car. Is there a door handle in the dining car? That's the dining car. I don't know. All the door handles seem fine to me. But I am not certain. But that does seem like something that would happen on hard mode. Did this lever go up? Was this lever down before? Do you guys know about that? Door at the end of the car? Yeah, the door. There are doors at the end of the cars. I don't think they have doorknobs on them though. Lever moved. It was down. Yeah, I thought all these were down. We'll check it. Because that seems like something hard mode would throw at us. Yeah. Glad I have you guys here for a second opinion, because I would probably second guess myself into oblivion if I were trying this alone. I'd end up like gaslighting myself into thinking that lever was always up. But yeah, this doesn't have any handle on it, so I think that that's fine. I think those never had handles, which kind of makes me wonder how you get between the cars if the doors between them don't have any handles. I don't know how that works exactly, but it's probably fine. Use the force, that could work. So far we have no false reports, which is a plus. That doesn't mean that we're not doing badly, because we might still be missing stuff. Like this paper. Did it always have words on it? Important. I don't think it did. This was a blank piece of paper, right? I'm reporting it. Executive decision. I knew it. It's supposed to be blank. It's probably window room. How does being short-sighted affect this? And is short-sighted the thing where you can see things close up but not far away? Because I have that as well. But I never remember because it's kind of like inverted. I don't remember if short-sighted means you can't see things close or that you can only see things close. But yes, I can only see things close personally. I need glasses. But I don't think it affects things that are far away in a game, luckily. Yeah, and all these levers are down. These two switches are up. These I'm not even going to try to pay attention to because yeesh. That would be way too much detail to keep track of. And of course, I'm saying that, but my mind is also subconsciously trying to memorize exactly where all those dials were pointing. You're different. Oh, another thing about the Discord is I set up a channel on there where you can hopefully, I hope I set up the rules for it correctly, but hopefully you should be able to like suggest games in there because I do not have the best memory. From last time, the only games that I remember being suggested was Firewatch, the Cabin game, and the game Observation that I think was being suggested, but I don't quite remember if that was a suggestion or just an offhand comment that there was a game called Observation. But either way, I have that on my radar as well. Uh, but if you want to officially suggest some games, you can go to the Discord and type those in, and then that will kind of subvert my bad memory skills so I can always check the list back there. Is a sci-fi game. Yeah, it seemed kind of similar to this, where you're looking through cameras. I looked at the Steam page for it a bit. It's like if this and Alien Isolation were the same game. So it seemed pretty cool. And not too expensive, so that's good. Though I think I'm going to be waiting, at least for now, before getting any new games. I'm wanting to wait, oh no, about, about 10 days until the spring sale, because that's coming up real soon. And when the Steam spring sale hits, I'll try to buy a bunch of stuff that is suggested at once. Because, you never know what'll be on sale and when. So you might as well wait for a sale to buy anything. But everything seems fine. I know there's two more anomalies, but what is it? Plant is fine, I think. Garbage is normal, I think. I don't know. Normally by this point I have stuff that I'm like theorizing is different, but I'm not sure enough to report it. But here it's like everything seems fine to me, but there's obviously still two or more anomalies left. And I'm not seeing a single one. Well, we're gonna die anyway. Let's see. Luggage in the private car, you say? Really? That looks the same to me. But we'll try it. Just because I know we're gonna die in a minute anyway. So I might as well attempt to find whatever we can before then. If anything looks slightly off, I should verify it. Ready to purchase, employees only. Exit sign that I can't read because it's blurry. Doors open. We know that for a fact. This is the same because it still says something that I always read as bow bow. Are there any games you wish to be on sale? I don't know. I do have a whole wish list on Steam, and I could check that. Most of those I would hope would come on sale at some point. But off the top of my head, there aren't many games that I'm just like, really wanting to get right now. I'm pretty lukewarm about it. I already have a bunch of the games that I would want to get. But I suppose you can always have more. And there's a lot of games I've never even heard of, like the Observation game, where it's like, I'd never heard that exists. This is the first time I'm hearing about it so far. There's a camera gone. Yeah, passenger car. I skipped right over it. For the first time, I think I noticed it, like, right away. Let me just check here to make sure there's no anomalies in here. No, this place is fine. As far as I can tell. Obviously, that doesn't mean much now that we're, dying. But, 2 light switches in the private car? You right. Is that... I know that... Hmm. Which one's wrong, though? I cannot tell. I'm pretty sure this one's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the right one. That is tough. Because in previous games, you could see that and just be like, oh, extra object, and be fine. But here, it's like, no, you need to circle the correct one, or the incorrect. The one that you were supposed to circle is the incorrect one, so the incorrect one is then the correct one to circle, if you know what I'm saying. Because I don't. The emergency exit is still saying emergency exit. That's a plus. No, the sandwich. Well, it's we fixed it. It's fine. They got all moldy, but we came and replaced them. Cake changed position. What cake? The sandwiches? Is that a cake? That can't be a cake, right? That looks like 2 sandwiches put on top of each other. Either way, yeah, the that was just the sandwiches. They got all like moldy or something. Changed color. This changed. Everyone knows that. It's an egg salad. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I had a grilled cheese sandwich this morning. It was good. As always. I mean, you can't really go wrong with grilled cheese. I don't think. Looks like cake to you. I mean, it could be cake. I don't know. You could burn it. I mean, with grilled cheese, it's supposed to be slightly burnt. So, I mean, if it's... but I guess, yeah, if you were to burn it overly bad, then that would be pretty bad. Hey, Rio. How's it going? We are going to die. Welcome in. It's Groot. No, you don't see Groot. Groot's not here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys are crazy. I still don't see any Groot. There is no Groot in Ba Sing Se. It is true. There is no Groot. This moved. You make grilled cheese in a pan? Yeah, I make it in a pan. Are there other ways to make it? Because I've always made them in pans. Groot has moved to Discord. I mean, maybe not all of Groot has moved to Discord. You don't know. Maybe there's a Groot on screen right now, and maybe some of you have missed him. We'll just have to see, won't we? Everything seems fine here. Smile Day is fine. A grill or grilled cheese apparatus. That makes sense, I suppose. I guess in the name grilled cheese, you should probably assume that you could use a grill for it, but I never even like considered that. That's missing. Toaster. You could grill a grilled cheese in a toaster. I mean, honestly, I was thinking if I put it in like the toaster oven, would I be able to like bake the grilled cheese until it was crispy? But the thing is that sounds like it would be very messy for anything like that, especially a toaster. Like imagine if you're getting the oily stuff you're using to, toast the bread nicely. And imagine that just gets right onto the elements of the toaster. Like that's never gonna come off. That's gonna smoke something, something fierce. And you don't want that. Seems like a fire hazard to you. It does. It really does. I would not suggest that myself. But you do you. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to observationate stuff. And somehow we're not dead yet. I don't know how that's working. Because I'm pretty sure there's still anomalies out here that I'm not noticing. I just don't know where they are. Switches are fine, it looks like. Grilled cheese with a clothes iron? That is a very flat grilled cheese. That's like a grilled cheese plus a smash burger put in one. Just a smashed cheese. Also, it doesn't sound very sanitary, you know? And then do you ever use like the steam function? Because I know that some clothes irons have like a steam thing to it. You gonna do that with aluminum foil? Really? Man. I mean, grilled cheese is a very simple dish, so I could see how people would just have could just have a bunch of ways of making it, but still. Well, let's see your anomaly report. Movement in the dining car, extra object in the private car, and missing object in the driver's car. Hmm. You add ham to the same make a steamed ham. Indeed. You gotta have the steamed hams. Speaking of which, I know that it's probably very dumb, but I have the entirety of steamed hams memorized in my brain. Usually it's because I would recite it when playing Lethal Company. You know, if it's just like dark and quiet, my brain is just like, we must fill this silence as so that we don't get, stressed out at all. So we're just gonna start repeating the entire sequence of steamed hams start to finish until something happens. And that's what I do. It's pretty great. Got warning 1 minute. That would be no good. No, but that was just the thing at the start, luckily. Yeah, if they put 3 anomalies into the first minute of the game, I would be upset. That wouldn't even be hard mode. That would just be impossible mode. Literally, anomalies would be popping up faster than you could even report them, even if you saw them right away. That would be no good. Fills the silence with thwomp sounds? Really? That's one way to go about it. I can't say that I've ever, just filled silence with thwomp sounds, but it it works just as well as anything else, I suppose. Hmm. There's probably an anomaly somewhere. Because it's, 23 minutes or so. Usually right around 15. Yeah, don't smile day. There it is. You hate that bunk bed? Why do you hate the bunk bed? What do you got against bunk beds? I mean, look at it. It's cozy? Question mark? I don't know. I mean, at least they have rails, so you can't just fall out of the top bunk. That is pretty nice of them. Just that one in specific. But why? What about it makes it worse? Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of bunk beds per se, but I really like loft beds because we used to have a loft bed, and it's just cool, having your bed so high up. Maybe it's maybe it was just cool when I was a kid, but Certainly it's one of those things that maybe I'm a cat. You know, cats just really like to be up high for no good reason. Maybe that's what I am. And that guy is still there in the little coffee symbol. I don't know why. I do not like it. I'd never even noticed him before until earlier. Oh, you moved. Get out of here. I think we're keeping up with the anomalies fairly well this time. But of course, that's only until things start changing that I'm not going to be able to identify. Locked in. I wish I was more locked in. Honestly, I am not locked in enough for hard mode, evidently. But I know most of the base game, or the normal mode anomalies. But hard mode might even start changing things outside the cars. I don't know if that's like fair game or not, but I always worry that stuff in the outside area is going to start changing and I'm not going to notice it because I never really looked at them. 1 o'clock. Very good. I still, every time I see this, think that that magazine just says bow bow, but it does not. This is an intruder. That's true. Intruders are usually pretty easy to spot. But you don't know. Sometimes they're kind of stealthy. Like that one guy from the gas station in the seventh game. He's pretty stealthy. And then there's this. We'll probably need to keep an eye on that. Because that is an image that might anomalize. Really? He actually slipped past a lot of people's notice. I don't remember seeing that one. I mean, maybe I'm the kind of person that also missed it. Or maybe it's just been so long since I played the first one that I forget. Door is open. That's an easy one. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It's hard to spot despite moving around. Really? I would assume anything that moves around would be fairly easy to spot. You know, humans are kind of built to see moving objects, but I suppose maybe some things can just kind of slip past. Oh, he's looking through a doorway window. Oh. Is it? I think I may have seen him. Maybe. I do remember one person that was looking in through a door, and I had to like report him as being outside. I don't remember if that was in the first game or not. But yeah, those ones are tough when they're kind of in the periphery of the level, because you very much do focus on kind of the center portion of the screen and not very much to the edges, because you kind of just assume that they wouldn't put anything way off in the periphery, but they sometimes do. Like if someone was trying to break in through this door, I probably wouldn't notice it, because that's way off to the side. Where are these anomalies? I'm not seeing them. What is that? I think that's normal, probably. I don't know what it is, but I never really looked at it that hard before. Lever? Oh, the lever's up. Okay. Did not see that either. We saw that before, but somehow it evaded my notice. Only 2 o'clock. The days on hard mode certainly feel like they go slower, because you're having to be more attentive to it. To every little detail. Like that. See, nobody would have noticed that if they weren't really paying attention. That's a tiny little subtle thing, right? An entire chair being flipped up on its side. No one could see that. I, personally, am the only one that would ever see that specific anomaly. There's a lot of anomalies that I do not see. The obvious ones are kind of just my favorite. I like them because they're obvious. Man, you don't even want to know how many attempts it took for me to see the "Don't Smile Day" poster. It took a long time before I noticed that one, because I was looking at like the main poster but not the overall like look of it, and specifically I wasn't reading the words, you know, because nothing about it changes, not even the font or the color of the words. It just changes, you know, one word on the poster. So unless you're actually like reading it, you'd never notice. Okay, and that's still fine. There's an extra tissue thing down there. Extra paper towel? Paper towel napkin tissue. And of course, they're not going to clean up the rest of the garbage while they're there, even though I feel like they should. Oh. Are you different? Oh no. Because you see, this one's pointing this way, this one's pointing this way. And now I can't remember if I just took them as being in line with each other, even though they're not. And what is that? That's not supposed to be there, right? I'm not certain about that, but it's worth a attempt because it looks out of place. No? Apparently there's supposed to be a green rectangle next to these magazines. Which is really weird because I always look at those magazines. I would have thought I would have noticed a big green rectangle, but apparently not. I think that was never there. I think the game's just messing with us at this point. Everything in here looks fine. This is different. Fire extinguisher. Is that the fire extinguisher that you're talking about? Whole point of the game is to mess with you. That is true. Yeah, if it didn't mess with me, it'd probably be too easy. Because if I could actually identify what everything was, we'd get through this in one try every time. So I swear, sometimes you really I mean, this has the little rectangle next to it, and I always knew that was normal, but I didn't equate it to being in the other place as well, which is weird. Ah, this light thing again. But it's not a light anomaly, I know that. Steam from the steamed hams we're having. Mmm, steamed hams. It's such a good video. I don't know. I don't know how many variants of steamed hams you guys have seen, but in the Discord server that I'm in with some of my friends, we actually this changed, didn't it? Didn't it? Fairly certain it did. It's supposed to be like up down up, right? Not down up down. Yeah. But yeah, in that other Discord server that I have with my friends, we actually have a whole channel dedicated to steamed hams where we just, post a link to any steamed hams video we find interesting. And there's just so many variants. So many. One of my favorites is the one that the big iron one. Yeah. Big Iron has some good memes. But when it comes to the steamed hams, I really like it's like the Gen Z slang one. It just it's not as good as the Skyrim opening, Gen Z slang meme, but it is certainly right up there with it. And it's equally incomprehensible as to what they're trying to say. So it's pretty great. Nothing is happening in the dining car. That just makes me suspicious. I don't know. You saying nothing is happening in the dining car makes me think that there's something happening in the dining car. I don't know why. But yeah, dining car definitely seems to be a bit sparse on the anomalies front. Yeah, that's fine. That's not normal. Attention employee. Yes, I get it. That's not normal, right? No, all those cups were upside down. They were cup side down, as one might say, if they were weird and not good at puns. Hmm. But that means there's two additional anomalies somewhere. And yet I'm not sure exactly where that may be. Ah, the cake, which is obviously a cake. It has been molded. That is no good. Staying outside the toilet room normal? I don't know. How can you see outside the toilet room? Oh, out here. Uh, I couldn't tell you. I don't think I've looked outside this window once in my life. So, you tell me. Is that normal? Has anyone else been looking out there? Because I sure as heck haven't. Yeah, it's staying as normal? Okay. That's good. No second light switch. That's good. Yeah, public transportation is no good. Sometimes it's fine, especially trains. Trains are usually pretty good. Although I'm not sure if this is a train or a subway. It's called a train, but I guess subways are a bit less, fancy. This is a lot more nice than most subways I've seen. So it's probably an actual train. This is just inside of a station. But I don't know. I've never ridden a train either. In the dining car by the door? I don't know. I don't think it was. Oh, but there is stools missing in the back there. So that's a thing. All right, nothing wrong here. We're just going to report the windshield for no apparent reason, Just for the heck of it, just in case something was wrong there. But, everything was fine, I'm sure. Not like there'd be some alien guy banging his head against the windshield. That would just be crazy. I would never even insinuate that would be a thing that would be happening. Evacuation's fine. Signs are fine. 4 o'clock, apparently. I don't know. I feel like we're most likely dead, but the guy's still there. Good. One of them long distance trains. Too fancy for a normal train or subway. Really? I've always wanted to try, like, in Japan, they have the, like, trains that you get an entire little room with a bed and everything. Or, like, sleeper cars. So I don't know. I would like to try one of those someday. I think that's what they're called. Also, is this floor than normal? Does the floor change in these? But yeah, I saw a video about the sleeper car type trains that go across Japan, and they're pretty fancy. What is that? I think those words are supposed to be there, probably. I just never noticed them before. But there's already another anomaly that changes that magazine, so I don't think there can be another. Ah, that's different. A train in Switzerland that has a glass roof? That exists? I have never heard of such a thing. But that sounds pretty cool. Oh, hey, Ebos. Welcome back. How's it going? Is there a lot of scenery up through the roof? I wouldn't have expected there to be. But it's pretty cool. Mountains. I mean, yeah, you could probably see mountains looking up from depending on how high the mountain is and how close it is. I have a lot of mountains around here. I'm not very close to any of them, so they're kind of just off in the distance. Ah, there's an extra spigot here in the sink. You can't be fooling me with that. Ah, someone actually got a drink here. Can't be fooling me with that either. Oh, and hello. I assume I should call you Levi, probably. How's it going? In these games, I'm always scared. No matter what is happening. But only to like a baseline level, so we're fine. But everything seems okay. I've also still memorized the button combination on this, and it's never changed, which I'm kind of sad about. Because that's a lot of brain power I put into memorizing that that's just going to waste. Man, but whatever anomalies are still active are very, very minute. Or I'm just completely overlooking them and they're very obvious, and everyone's yelling at me. But who knows? Could be either or. Ah, the button's changed. Finally! My time has come! I just mentioned how that's like wasted brain space. And the game is like, oh yeah, I have to change those buttons at some point. It listened to me. Distracted you. That is probably true. But you know, it's fine. Trying to do things while distracted is pretty much my entire job, so. But this fourth monitor hasn't appeared this run, I don't think, which is weird. Poster in the toilet is normal? I am not sure. It looked normal last time I looked at it. Well, instant suffering, my favorite anomaly. Yeah. Instant suffering. I don't know why I like that one so much. Just like, what? Maybe I want instant suffering. Yeah, World Smile Day, the 2nd, on Saturday. I think that's normal. Unless they change something else about the wording. Instant suffering is everyone's favorite anomaly. Cup is gone. I knew there was something wrong about this. I was like, is the magazine different? But no, the cup was different. Something missing in the driver car? Yes. But not anymore. At least, I hope not. You'd notice the poster? I would hope so. I'm really trying to look for anomalies here, but I don't know how. There's another one. We got two in short, you know, short. What am I trying to say? Quick succession. Hi. Felicitations, Malfactor. Goodbye. So that's three. Very close to each other. The ominous music is not helping. Just gotta keep going fast. these changed. Everything else looks fine. I was trying to say the same and fine at the same time. I just said everything else looks the fine. You see, this is why it's hard to... Is there a table missing here? Can you normally see, like, the end of the table there? Nope, apparently not. That's weird. You'd think you would with how far the other tables go, but maybe those seats don't have tables. I didn't really consider that. We still haven't gotten the cups anomaly here. Is that monitor back there different? I can't tell. Game is slowly driving you crazy. Me too. Trust me, I'm right there with you. We actually made it. Okay. With that false report at the end in the passenger car, I really thought that we were going to be screwed by that. That it was just going to boost the anomaly rates through the roof and it was going to kill us in the last, like, 20 minutes of the game. But we're fine. Oh boy. That's a tough one. Should we try another? Because now we have completely checked train off the list. We've done normal and hard difficulty on it. So there's still a lot of these. I think Summer Cottage is the other one that I'm most familiar with. Or maybe Hospital. Hospital I was pretty good at. But Hotel is eh. University is really tough. Not University. No, that's like the last one we're doing. If we're doing all of these on hard. Because yeesh. Yeesh. I'd say either like one of these two first. Because the Hospital or Summer Cottage are the two easier ones, along with Train. We want instant suffering. Well, which one had the pool table? Which one did have the pool table? I think that's in the 7th game. Yeah, it's in the 7th game in the apartment building. But we can do the Summer Cottage and visit Nixie, because that's where Nixie lives. I was pretty good at the Summer Cottage. I never beat it on hard, but we got to like, what, 3 or 4 o'clock on hard or something? But there are some tough ones on hard in this. But I should be able to remember them fairly easily. Took a while to load. But we're good. Alright. Just have to commit it all to memory. Every little detail. Who's Nixie? Oh, you'll see. I'm sure we'll meet Nixie at some point here. And hopefully I do not bypass Nixie. Because if I do, things will not end well for us. Let's see, hammer, axe, boxes, whatever those are, I can't really see. You've made noodles. Ooh, I like noodles. Well, it depends on the type of noodles, probably. But most noodles I am a fan of. Let's see, that's cream green red. So CGR, that's what we're gonna remember for that. There's this little piece of wood, I remember that is supposed to be there. This light is causing that, so that's not a light anomaly, I don't think. Do you ever meet the bride? I don't think so. I don't recall someone named the bride that I would have seen. But maybe. So, I'm wondering who keeps their shoes outside? I mean, I guess if you're not expecting it to rain, then that would be fine, but if you keep those like rubber boot type things just sitting outside, if it rains, those are gonna be kind of counterproductive. You've changed. Can't fool me with that one. I know your tricks now, game. Well, I don't know all of its tricks. Yeah, the reason why I like this one is not only because it's a bit easier than the other levels, just because of the simplicity of a lot of the stuff here, but also because it is very cozy. It's like you feel kind of at home when you're playing this one. And it's very nice. And I mean, you know, usually like in Japan, they really don't like to have shoes indoors, but they still have that like entranceway where they have like storage for all the shoes in the front of the house, where at least they won't get rained on, you know? So I would think you would have something like that, but who knows? That's just what makes sense to me. Because, yeah, leaving them outside might be a little dangerous. Man, we didn't even do a warm-up of this level, so we're going straight into the thick of it here. Rainer bugs, yeah. Yeah, and that's like the worst fear, is like if spiders get in there. You do not want spiders to be hiding in your boots. That is just no good. Though I guess spiders can get inside the house anyways, but there's more of them outside at the very least. It's like a question of the concentration of spiders per capita or something. I don't know. You love spiders? I do not love spiders. Just gonna say that very, very bluntly. I'm not a fan. Yeah, wasps also suck. I think I'm more afraid of wasps than spiders overall. Like with spiders, it's like a irrational fear of mine. But with wasps, it's like those things are just scary. They're aggressive and they want to kill you and your whole family. And one time, my car was infested with wasps, which was no good. But luckily, actually, they were pretty chill wasps that infested my car that one time, because I don't think they actually ever attacked us. But even though we were like right there for a significant amount of time. But certainly, they can be very aggressive depending on the breed and the season and how close you're getting to them. It can sometimes be pretty scary. Everything's looking fine, which is scaring me. Wasps can be vibing with you. Do I want to vibe with wasps? Is that something that we want? Yellow jackets are the worst. Yeah, I have heard that they're not pleasant. Man, I have not seen any anomalies in a while, and I'm scared. Where are all the anomalies? Oh, bag is gone. One of 2 paper bags is gone. Okay, never mind. False alarm. I have found one of probably like 93 anomalies that are currently active. So I think we're doing fine. No added sugar. Oh boy. Isn't that delightful? Is the box different? I don't think it is. I've seen that box change, not on hard difficulty, but I have seen it change on normal, and it changes pretty drastically. I still don't know what they're trying to bury out here. It's probably not a good sign. No Nixie today. We're fine. Oh, that's not fine. Only one shoe by the bed? Yes. Yeah, because the other shoe is here. So, it is kind of weird, but that is how that's supposed to be. As far as I remember, at least. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. This is a weird place to have a bed, I gotta say. Like, I don't know, is this just the guest bed? There's the like, official bedroom somewhere else? I mean, this nice of a cabin can't just not have a bedroom. You just have to have a little cot by the front door. That seems wrong. No bedroom, only instant suffering. Well, that is good. I do like me some instant suffering. Light anomaly? I'm gonna circle just the lamp to see if that's the issue, but... Okay, it did it. Good. I always get confused by those. Like, do you circle the light, or do you just do light anomaly? Maybe both can work, and I just freak out for no reason. Is this a light? Maybe the light's coming in that way. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you know, having owls living nearby would indeed make it so you would hear owls. It is an astute observation. But who knows? I don't think the owls are an anomaly, though. It would be cool if there could be, like, sound anomalies, but I don't think that's a thing. But I wish it were. Because that could be, like, really subtle if you just hear an owl every so often and it's a sound anomaly. But they don't do that here. Is this sink supposed to have, like, a small and then a big section? Is that normal? Except E. Well, the E is not really a sound anomaly. And that's in the next game. Because the E, I mean, it does mainly come up as a sound, but yeah, and intruders make noises. Usually the noises are to draw your attention to a different anomaly, like the E being an anomaly that, you know, manifests itself in changing all the words in the E, which is pretty visible if you're actually looking for it. But the E sound really helps you know what's happening. Same with the intruders, is usually they make noise to draw attention to themselves. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know if the sync is correct. Ah, that is, here's Johnny, I guess. This is definitely not right. Pull by the swing set, you say? This pole? I mean, that looks about where it's supposed to be, and it is a normal thing. So I don't know. In what way does it look weird? Yeah, this still looks... I'm gonna attempt this, even though I don't know if that's an issue, but we're gonna die pretty soon here. Nope. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just try the pole, just to verify, you know. We're dead anyways, but might as well go out swinging. Because there's probably still 2 anomalies at least now that I'm not seeing. And I have no idea where those might be. I think it's the first time seeing the pole. That's fair. That does happen. Okay, but the sync does look like that, so that's good to know. First time you're seeing the car? Really? 7 anomalies. What was it that was wrong? Movement in the kitchen? Probably wouldn't have noticed that. Light anomaly in the front yard, huh? Where? Where was the light? Light anomalies are a bit tough sometimes. And an extra object in the sauna. Okay. Well, let's try that once more. So, there's a car. And there's a pole. Very important. Maybe the light was turned off and we didn't see. Maybe. Because, yeah, there is, like, this big light here. That's supposed... And there's kind of a light in here that's shining on the door. So that it's... Yeah, it's hard to see. This place is too well lit to have a light anomaly be very visible. I think there was movement in here, but I don't know what would have moved. So there's flowers there. This top shelf is mostly empty. Just one item on either side. I think that's garlic. Just kind of sitting there. Doing who knows what. Oh, that's abnormal. Someone's using the... It's either a grill or a smoker. You look through the clip and you still don't see the light anomaly? Really? Yeah, as I said, sometimes they're very subtle. And I don't know what changed there. Maybe it was one of those things where it was the last anomaly to spawn, so we didn't really even look at it before the game just ended. But Who knows? Does that say JoJo? Oh, there's a limb. Does that say JoJo? Is that a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga that's sitting on the table down there? That's what we're gonna assume. If it doesn't say JoJo, then that means that that's different. Also, there was a severed arm, but you know, eh, it's pretty boring. It's normal. You know, these things happen. People lose limbs. Happened to me just last week. So yeah, it was still an anomaly though. That's a weird handle. Gotta keep that in mind. He's been disarmed. That is true. I'm not sure if the waves can be an anomaly, but I will check them. I know that there is supposed to be waves to some degree, but maybe they get more intense with an anomaly. I don't know. I have to make sure there's no Nixie out here, though. Yeah, no, those look normal to me. Maybe. Maybe the water level's a little bit higher, but that's probably just because I wasn't paying attention to him before. Oh, more buckets. There's only supposed to be 2 buckets stacked here. Oh, you guys also got it. Yes. Lots and lots of buckets. They'll never, you never run out of buckets if you have that many. That's always nice. Although I kind of feel like I always liked buckets more when I was a kid. Nowadays, I'm like, what would I use a bucket for? You know, when you're a kid, you can make like a sand castle. Probably fit in the bucket. There's a million uses for a bucket when you're small. But I don't know, I just haven't thought about buckets in a long time. I also don't think we have buckets anymore. Did we ever? I know we had a wheelbarrow. Which is, it's not really a bucket, but it's kind of similar. It's like a big bucket on a wheel. Keep frogs in the bucket. It depends on how big the bucket is and how big the frog is. They might just be able to jump out. Is that different? What's going on there? Is that... Do you guys see those like dark symbols at the bottom with the in the cereal? Is that an anomaly? I cannot tell. It's like I noticed it, but I'm not confident enough to just throw that out there because it's hard, difficulty. You don't want to just get things wrong all the time. But those just look bizarre to me. I never noticed those. You'll know when the cereal box changes. Yeah, I've seen that cereal box change before on normal. I just don't know if it can change in a different way on hard. Because if it can, and that's it, then that's very subtle. I don't hear the fire. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Where's the cozy fire sound that I'm so used to? No Nixie this time. I hope they'll show up at some point before we win this, so you guys can meet the Nixie again. You know, they're fun at parties. Good to have around. What does this say? Sunsetters, Butte, something else, JoJo. Everything looks normal to me. Ah, that's still normal, I'm sure. It's fine. I should probably memorize how those ores are. Cause yeah, those are in a bit of a weird position there. They might try to change it at some point. Cause they don't do a lot with that boat. At least not very often. I feel like it's kind of a big set piece for them not to move around a lot. Ah, honey nut guts. So I guess it wasn't different before. That's good. Yeah, so those little darker pieces are supposed to be in there. Evidently. Shovel. Is that shovel normal? Probably. Ah, bag is gone. $2 o'clock. Very good. I think the Nixie only spawns like later in the day, right? If I remember correctly, it was like 3 or 4 when it starts spawning. But I kind of look for it every time I'm there because it's kind of too dangerous not to. I don't think this ladder's moved as far as I can tell. Which is weird because that's another like prime target for some anomalies. But I hope that light anomaly doesn't show back up in the front yard. Because if one of you guys went back and actually looked at it and still couldn't see what it was, then that's a problem. Because yeah, sometimes they make those light anomalies very, very, very subtle. And I don't... Hi. Ghost? I don't think I'd ever see it if you guys couldn't. Was there always a flower pot there? I think so. But then why was I not... Wait. Hold on. Because I remember looking at the JoJo comic that was sitting on the table and marking that down in my brain, but why is it that I never took note of the flower pot? Was it there or was it not? There's not really any way for me to verify except if I start over, or if I just try to point it out as an anomaly and the game yells at me. But that doesn't seem like the best option. But was that always there? I feel like it was. It was there? That's so weird. I guess I got so focused on the magazine that I forgot to check anything else on the table, which is really bizarre. There's still quite a few anomalies that I'm familiar with that haven't changed. Yeah, that's still at the right angle. Well, not a right angle. If it was at a right angle, then that would be incorrect. But it's at the right angle, which means that it's not a right angle. If that makes any sense. Which I know it doesn't. We are dying very soon. 'Tis good. Is that the same box that's always been there? I don't remember that being so green. There's 3 anomalies. There's got to be one that's more obvious, right? Yep. Indeed there is. Nothing else seems wrong, though. I'm gonna try it. I don't know. I feel like the box isn't supposed to be green. Nope, the box is supposed to be green, evidently. How did I never notice that the box was green? Why are oranges in a green box in the first place? There's footsteps here. Hopefully that catches it, because it's... There we go. I didn't really center it on any of them, but that's probably fine. Maybe there's a light anomaly here. I'm not sure. No Nixie just yet. It is quite unfortunate. Ah, the axe has moved. It's on a different axis. Get it? Their lantern's still there, darts are still there. Out there seems fine. Ground always look like that out front. I think so. Ground looks... I mean, what are all the white flowers? Are those different? I never remember seeing those before, but... I don't know. I don't know if those are at all different, though. It's one of those things. It's like the gray specks in Minecraft Dirt. It's like you never even notice that they're there until you notice them, and then you can never unsee them. This anomaly hasn't happened yet, which is interesting. It's a big rectangle out front of the steps. Oh, this thing? Yeah, that's always been there. Yeah, the brick pattern has always been right out front. Which is it is a bit odd in and of itself. But it is normal odd. There's the bottle. Bottle changed. Can't you tell? It's very different. You're here. But no Nixie. So that's good. And we're not yet dead. Each anomaly we find buys us a few precious seconds. But who knows how long we can keep ahead of it. I certainly don't. Especially because I got one wrong. And I don't know how much that actually affects it long term. I don't know if it just boosts the rate at which the anomalies happen for like a few minutes, or if it does it for the entire rest of the game. I don't know. I'm not very clear on the specifics. But either way, it's probably a bad thing that we got one wrong. What if they just had an impossible mode? Where you get, like, no warning after 3 anomalies? Oh, it just adds 1 extra anomaly into the queue? Oh, okay. Interesting. But, like, if there was an impossible mode, that'd be pretty cool. You know, you get no warning, and if you get any wrong, it just instantly kills you. That would be kind of fun. But also horrible. Impossible mode, no monitor. Yeah, you just have to... You just need to guess, really. And if you don't guess correctly, you die. Ah, rip. What were the anomalies, though? 14, not bad. Replacement in the living room, replacement in the warehouse, and extra in the sauna. Weird. Yeah, I did not see any of those. That is... There's an extra piece of dust in the kitchen, of course, of course. How could I have missed that? I thought I memorized the position of all the dust. Let's give it one last try. Because hoo boy. Skip. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be green. It's just weird. Oh, there's the swing. Wait, so... So this kitchen window must be right in there, meaning this must also lead into the kitchen. There must be a window there. So this is out that way. This door's here. That's not the front door. I don't think we have... I guess the front door would be here. And that's in, like, the loft up above it? No. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the layout of the house, but it's not helping. Because, yeah, it's just weird that we can see the swing out this window at that angle. I didn't really expect that. And this door is this door, so we know that that's directly connected. Which means that the swing must be just off the camera, that, like, down that direction. Pretty bizarre. So I think it said there was a replacement in... Oh, hi. Replacement in the sauna and the warehouse, right? What could have been replaced here? I don't know. Shovel looks the same. Still has that weird bend in it. Not sure what that's about. But, you know, it doesn't seem very conducive to the durability of the shovel. But, you know, who am I to judge? But, of course, since we're starting from the start... Extra object sauna, object replacement, front yard object replacement, living room. Really? Where's living room? That's living room? Man, it's weird how I just can't remember what the, like, locations and types were of those. Those always just, like, leave my head the second that I read them. But extra object sauna, you say? What would an extra object here be? I mean, I guess the buckets could be extra object, but I don't think those were there. We already got rid of those. I don't know of any other... I guess the footsteps, but those... I don't think those are extra object. Oh. Tree. That tree is not meant to be. Might have been more logs. That's true. I don't check the wood piles nearly as much as I probably should. A book can appear on the chair? Really? Though I think that would be rather obvious. Probably. Of course, I can say that, but I'd probably miss it if it were to appear. Yeah, I guess the white specks on the grass are supposed to be there, which is good, because I was worried about that. Hi? Someone broke our water system. The gutter water system. I don't know. Alright. Good. No longer gushing blood or whatever that was. Una clock. Again. I've never memorized what's in this exactly. I've memorized the top one being very sparse and the bottom one having plates, but aside from that, if any of that changes, I'd never know. So that's kind of concerning. But we'll just hope they don't do anything with it, and then it'll be fine. Bag is missing. Took me a bit too long to notice that, but that's fine. Guy's still getting run over. Or him. You're back. Getting run over again. Just like the toy guy. Very unfortunate for you. I wonder what they do with that guy. Do you think they like try to go get him medical help? Or do they just take him out back and shoot him? Like, how do you dispose of intruder anomalies? Maybe they disappear like Night at the Museum. If you take them out of the radius of the anomalous area, they just turn into dust and float away in the wind. It would definitely make... Oh, the chair's nervous. It heard about turning into dust if they take it outside the anomalous area, and it got scared. But it's fine. Get sent them to the farm. That could be the big farm in the sky, perhaps. Or are you saying that they just use all the humanoid anomalies for slave labor? Because honestly, that would not be a bad idea. You know, you get infinite humanoid anomalies appearing in a certain area. You just keep taking them. You know, free labor. Though I'm not sure... I mean, what is the legal precedent? If someone just appeared anomalously, then would they have human rights, you think? Because they're not like... I mean, I guess it depends on, like, if you run tests on them, do they come back as human? Yeah, that's what I was trying to think through, is like, are they human? Do they have a blood type? Do they have DNA? Do they have, I don't, anything? Or are they just anomalous? Are they just kind of a shell of a human that is being piloted by some sort of demon? Who's to say? I certainly don't know these things. But I don't know if they technically are human, even if we don't know where they came from, even if they just like appeared out of thin air, they'd probably still have human rights, most likely. And that way we can't just use them for labor. But you know, would have been nice. Although I guess then we'd have a problem with, you know, did this move? This moved. You're supposed to be in the corner. You like moved over to the right. Yeah. I don't know how I noticed that, but that's, yeah. That was not right. Ghost in the warehouse. You know, it's the warehouse is like it's like a house, but it's a person that turns into a house. You know, on full moons and all that. The FF7 house. I do not know. Is that Final Fantasy 7? It's the only FF7 that I can think of. But I don't know. I have not seen nor played Final Fantasy 7 before. Oh, there's a head. But are there people that can turn into houses in Final Fantasy 7? Because that sounds like kind of a sad existence, if you ask me. I mean, what do you even do all day as a house? Although maybe it's not a sad existence. Maybe it's like you're playing The Sims, where the house can just kind of watch all the people inside of it doing their thing, and then can like order them around sometimes when they're being stupid. It's just like, you need to eat, you idiot, you're about to die, and they're just like walking around yelling at the TV as Sims usually do. So I don't know, could be entertaining for a while. It's a house as enemy or a boss? What? So you fight a house? It's like that what is it, like that Street Fighter level where you fight a car, but you're fighting a house? That is kind of bizarre. Oh, hi. I guess it kind of makes sense in like, houses are big, so they could probably be a decent opponent, but still, I don't know why you'd want to take the form of a house to fight someone. Seems a little odd. But you do you, I guess. Ah, what's it's gone. I don't know. I've been meaning to try the Final Fantasy games at some point. I've played a little bit of the MMO one, or I guess there's more than one MMO one, isn't there? I think it's 14. Yeah, 4 darts are the normal number. But I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 14. Haven't gotten very far into it. But I have been meaning to play the other ones because I think, I don't know. I've heard good things about it. Any franchise that can get above 10 sequels is generally good, I would think. The MMOs are much different. I mean, yeah, it does seem like, at the very least, the genre is very different. Because the regular games are like RPGs where you have the like multiple party members and you run around and fight things, right? I think. At least that's what I have seen of them. But to be fair, it's not very much. Okay, that is how they are. That's good. Because I didn't want to be like completely wrong on that. That would have been sad. And they have a story. Does the MMO not have a story? Or are you just throwing that out, just randomly? But I heard from Void when I was in his stream that all the Final Fantasy games actually have like completely disjointed stories from each other. Like they're kind of all in a similar universe to each other, but they're not actually, like, don't interact with each other very much. Oh, that's different. Because I was asking him how the other games, like, Final Fantasy 15 or 16 or whatever, I don't know how many they have now, but how those can keep up with, the ever-changing landscape and lore of Final Fantasy 14 that continually gets expansions and updates. And he was saying that none of the games are actually connected to each other in a substantial way, which seems very odd to me, but it would be interesting. I don't know if I would start with Final Fantasy 1 or what, but it might be fun to at some point. Maybe during the sale, the Final Fantasy games will be there. I don't know. Also different mechanics each game. Really? That'd be kind of cool to see. Yeah, I might just go in chronological order at some point. Play them all. Might be a good time. I do like those kinds of RPGs. No, you... Although, I don't know how much you can really build your party. It might just be that they have, like, the set hero characters, and those are the only people you can have. But I do like those kind of games usually. I'm not the best at them. I usually die horribly, but you never know. And I'm not sure if all the Final Fantasy games have the same issue, but the one thing that always really bothered me about Final Fantasy 14, especially because it's a game that seems to emphasize the fashion part of the game a lot, is that they kind of make it so that all characters, all female characters at least, generally are always wearing high heels, which really just I've never liked those. Oh, this changed finally. I've never really liked those in fantasy settings because if anything, the guys should be the ones wearing the heels in fantasy settings because historically men were the first ones to wear heels as a like status symbol. So if you're going to be at all historically accurate, it would be the men, but overall it's like I don't know. I've never liked it very much. It kind of really limits what kind of looks that you can have. So that's always kind of turned me off from Final Fantasy 14 specifically. But you never know. I am wanting to try it again at some point. Maybe stream it. Could be fun to watch me like fumble around trying to figure out what the heck I'm trying to do for hours on end because I've not played the game much. And also I still kind of just spam my abilities whenever I reach the point that I'm attacking an enemy. I don't really have much of a thought process about it yet. Though I'm sure there probably is like a specific sequence that you're supposed to do when it comes to the abilities, but I have not yet figured that out. Oh no. Oh goodness gracious. We are all going to die. Is it weird that this light is off? Because I know there's an anomaly that makes that light flicker, but I don't know if that means that the light is supposed to be on by default, or if that means that it got turned on and then was flickering, and that was the anomaly. Chrono Trigger on the SNES. I do not have an SNES, but I also don't know how to pronounce. Would that be SNES, or do you just say it like individual letters? I'm not sure. But either way, I do not have one. I could try to get like an emulation of it, but I feel like emulation has always been kind of a odd, kind of gray area, and I don't know if you're allowed to stream emulation things because it can be construed as like piracy because you just downloaded it into an emulator. Oh, you're back. Welcome. So I don't know. Super Nintendo. That makes sense. Yeah, I think my friend has SNES emulator on his computer, so he could show me how if Twitch is fine with that. But who knows? Oh, they're taking my boat again. You get back here. Chrono Trigger, but yeah, I'll probably have to look into that and see if it's something I'm interested in. Because, you know, RPGs are always good. I always like RPGs that have, like, a long progression system. One that you're not just gonna get uber powerful in, like, a day. But a lot of the games really don't put enough emphasis on the leveling up. Yeah, and certainly dealing with, like, emulation of really old games or games that you can't get on certain consoles is usually fine, but I know Twitch and YouTube have, like, certain things that they get really upset about for little to no reason, it would seem. So I try to just play it safe until I know, like, the exact rules on something. Buckets. If I've counted correctly, I think there's still a couple anomalies that I haven't gotten yet. I don't know if this light is one, but I don't feel confident in it. But speaking of emulation, or lack thereof, I've been meaning to get back to playing Xbox games on stream, because I do still have the whole setup for doing that. I just need to actually get it all back together, because there's like a few things you need to tweak to get the capture card and everything working with the Xbox. But it's been a while since I did that. Is that a thing back there? What is that? It's probably nothing. OG Xbox? Yeah, I have a original Xbox here that I can capture card in. I have an Xbox 360 and a Nintendo Switch that I can all capture card into my computer and stream it. So that's pretty cool. Along with a lot of the original games and everything. But it's been like, I don't know, probably at least half a year since I had that set up, so, yeah, I wasn't finding many anomalies. Oh, but 19. That is pretty good. What do we miss? Oh, camera malfunction. And a missing object. Yeah. Yeah, I've never been able to play shooters on consoles for some reason. Mainly the reason, I think, is because like, if I'm not using a mouse, I can't I can't aim worth anything. It's pretty horrible. But I think that that'll probably be our last attempt on here for the day. That hard mode is real tough. There's certain things on there that I just can't do very well. So we're gonna be probably heading out for the time being. But hoo boy, we did get train done. Let's see. Did I get any other achievements? No. I just got train done as an achievement, which is nice, but we didn't meet. We still have a few. Yeah, we need to meet the passenger, meet the banshee, meet the lumberjack, and meet the stalker. We haven't found any of those. So, I don't know where those might be, but they have evaded me thus far. But thank you all for being here. See you next time, Ebos, hopefully. And everybody else, including, let's see, who all was here? There's Rio, there's Ebos, there was Alt F4, there was Celtic Dreamer, there was Slowly Waking Up, and everybody else. There's a lot of people. So, yes, once again, you can join my Discord if you want, and you know, that there you can suggest games and see other such things like memes and stuff that I throw up there. So that's always fun. So I'll see you guys later. I should stream again tomorrow. Should all go well. So see you then. Goodbye.